Normally, Garrison and I are friends, but today we are sworn enemies. Now, we will each have $1,000 worth of fireworks to use, and we must compete to make the best fireworks show possible. You will decide who the winner is by the end of this video, so sit back, relax, and let's see some fireworks.
Wow! Oh my God! Oh man, we're getting smoked out! Yeah!
So Garrison, where on earth did you get all these fireworks?
So I ordered all of these fireworks online from Superior Fireworks. They shipped right to my front door, actually.
Now you ordered a bunch of other fireworks from them too, right?
Yeah, I would say about 70–80% of the fireworks that I ordered this year for all of my shows came from them.
Okay, so now that we know where you got them, what are we gonna do with them?
A little bit of a long story, but when I was ordering all the product for this year, I was on the phone with Josh down there at Superior, and I had the idea of, wouldn't that be kind of fun to have a competition with you? We're both great pyros, and let's see who can put a better show together with the identical product. And so this was the product we came up with. You have the same exact product as I have.
So for example, we both have a case of these canister shells called Hammer of Thunder. And what we've done is we've both created a script that we're gonna run through the Cobra firing system. And once we push fire, our shows are gonna go head to head to see who did the better one. And I don't know if you have your time down, but mine is 7 minutes and 43 seconds. Do you remember yours?
Mine's right at 6 minutes.
6 minutes. So it sounds like we were pretty similar with how we may have designed these.
But I had no idea what you were doing. You have no idea what I'm doing. Like, these have been designed completely separate. We don't know what each show is gonna look like until they shoot it all. We talked nothing about it.
Yep, this is a total surprise. We scripted these in different locations. We only know that we have the same product, and that's it. So you might be wondering how much we paid for these fireworks in total. Well, just the fireworks themselves at our tier pricing, we got them for $1,000. And we really wanted to show you guys what we can do differently with a $1,000 budget and use both of our different skill sets to put on a firework display using only $1,000. Now that does not account for the shipping, but just the fireworks.
Or if you are in a different tier bracket because you don't purchase as many fireworks as we do, these fireworks may cost you a little bit more for this exact amount of fireworks. But it's $1,000 for these and $1,000 for all of those. So $2,000 total, $1,000 each show without shipping or anything. Not including igniters, having a firing system to do this. That's just product.
Equipment, racks, stuff that we had to build and everything.
Yeah.
Now you might be looking at these stacks and going, wow, that's a lot of fireworks for $1,000. And so we are on a different pricing tier, and that's because we order a lot of fireworks through this company already. And when we say we ordered a lot of fireworks,
we mean a lot of fireworks.
Look at all this nonsense. So obviously that's a lot of fireworks, and that's why we got these two orders $1,000 each. So cheap is because we're on a different pricing tier. So if you guys are interested in anything you're about to see happen in this video, be sure to head on over to superiorfireworks.com and take a look at all these booms they got on the website. And Superior Fireworks, they offer a lot of cake assortments, and I know that that's one of the biggest turn-ons that you had with Superior Fireworks, and it not being in cases like that, more of a variety.
Yeah, that's the beautiful part about those. Just because you're ordering wholesale doesn't mean that you always have to purchase 12 of the same product in a case.
Same thing.
Now also, don't let that scare you. And that's one of the things that we want to point out in this video is that even though you're getting multiple of something in a case, if you put your brain to work a little bit of ingenuity, you can come up with a lot of different things that you can do with a similar or same product. And we're gonna really, I think, show that how you having the same product as me, we're gonna be shooting two different shows, even though it's similar product.
I think we both have very unique skill sets, and I think the creativity is really gonna come out in this video.
For sure. And they have so many more options than just what you see here. More assortments, great pricing no matter what tier you're on. And like I said, the shipping right to your door, you can't miss. Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Best of luck. I'm still gonna win, but good luck. And
get out of here. And as you guys can see, it's a little windy out here today, so we're not gonna be shooting these fireworks off tonight. I think we're gonna have better weather tomorrow, and so we're gonna get set up tomorrow, and I'm gonna kick this guy's All right, so we're gonna have to share a mic here real quick, but we have both scripted our shows. There's no going back. So no matter what, we are able to now see our final setups because we cannot change the script at this point. So I wanna show Garrison what I'm gonna do for the opener of my show, and this is his first time seeing it. So let's see what he thinks. All right, so I wanted to figure out something unique to do with the amazing fountains, and I think I got it. So if I could have you take this mic.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull out this thing that I made. If I can get it out.
I love the homemade style racks here, by the way.
So as you can see, I'm having to crawl up in here to get it out.
No.
Oh yeah.
No. You created one of these spinning wheels.
I made a wheel. What do you think of this? It's kind of heavy, but
Oh my gosh. How the heck am I supposed to compete with that?
I'm gonna glue them on here, and this thing's gonna spin, and there's gonna be fireworks shooting everywhere.
Okay, that is way cool. You kind of went all out on this one.
So what's your honest opinion on the wheel?
Dude, I think it's super cool, and I'm really not so sure what I have in the show that's going to compete with something like that. Everybody out here that's going to watch this has probably never seen something like this here, and so, dude, awesome job. That's super cool.
Hopefully it works. And I guess Garrison's got like a surprise to show me too.
Yeah.
So
I know what one of your favorite fireworks. Like, you have this weird fetish with rockets, right? Like,
that's true.
so
That's not a
you
lie.
might actually kind of like this one.
Oh boy. Let's see. Oh my God.
What do you think of that, huh?
So, okay, so you just, oh wow, so you just drill a hole in the top and bottom, and you line up the sticks in the two holes. How heavy are these things?
They're not heavy at all.
Oh, this is really cool, man. And then you got the sticky match. Wow, that is really light. You got the sticky match on here on the side.
Yep, and I just stapled it
Okay.
on each side. And then, so I measured the length of the stick, so this sat perfect. And then
Gotcha.
drill the hole close enough so the fuse hangs off. And then you just only need to drill the hole halfway into the bottom one.
Wow, that's really cool, man. Shot of this here. Oh my God. All right, guys, well, we're still sharing a mic, as you can see, and it is raining. I'm currently wearing a rain jacket. You're not, so you're gonna get all wet, and I'm gonna stay dry.
Yeah, well, my biggest pet peeve in the entire world, like my number one thing I hate the most is getting wet. The only thing is it's hot, and I can't wear coats when it's like this. I'm just not. So I'm gonna have to deal with it and suck it up. But you're gonna have to deal with mosquitoes, man. It's really bad over there. We have really bad mosquitoes this year here. So yeah, we both kind of get to deal with two things that we absolutely hate on this. But I'm having fun already.
Yeah.
It's been a fun. I think this is gonna be an absolute blast. We got some friends coming. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, we got some food. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to sweat it out in this. I know it's not ideal, jeans and like a jacket, but it is a rain jacket, so it's kind of thin. So hopefully I can get the airflow going still in there. But yeah, anyway, we are going to have to start setting these things up, and because it's kind of raining, we'll probably have to tarp some stuff or wrap it in that plastic stuff you were saying.
Yep.
So once we kind of get in the flow of how the setup is gonna go, we'll get back to you guys. All right, so we're still sharing a mic, as you can see, but the mosquitoes are really bad. He's wearing bug spray, and I've got a sweatshirt on, so I think we're just gonna roll a time lapse on the setup, and then we'll explain a little more later.
And usually I'm not the one complaining about the mosquitoes. They're like really bad. Like, my buddy has the low spot through here, and they are just like a cloud. So as fast as we can get this done, man, I want to be done with this.
Let's do this.
Okay.
You know, I hope Garrison's doing all right over there. It looks like he's kind of stretched for time, and I'm almost done.
I wonder how Cody's doing over there on this show. Anyway, bet it sucks anyway, doesn't matter. Shouldn't you be over there or something? This is my row, that's your row.
I'm doing the video. All right, so as you guys can see, we have quite the fireworks set up right now, and everybody's gonna be seated over here in front of this house, and the fireworks, they're set up at an angle to go back and forth like this. And then as you guys can see, the sun is going down, the mosquitoes are still bad, and so we are kind of crunched for time here yet again, trying to beat the rain as well. So I've got 3 stations on my fireworks show, one right there in the middle, one there on the right, and this one here on the left. And Garrison is over there making the final touches on his show, but he's actually got 5 stations. So I've got 3 and he's got 5. This is one of them, and then you can see the other ones right there. So this is my left station right here, and as you can see, we have a bunch of stuff, including part of the finale, which is actually rockets, wolf howling to brocade, single shots. I did break them down from the cake, and that's what they look like in a fan slice. I also broke down this 42 shot finished strong cake, and I took the last 2 rows and pulled them as fan slices. I don't know how Garrison did his, but I think this is gonna look pretty cool. And don't forget, guys, if you use that little scroll option at the bottom of the video, you can actually see exactly what is going off during the show. So for instance, if you really wanted to see Hamilton and where I use that in the firework display, you can use the little deal at the bottom of the video to figure out exactly where that cake is firing on my show and Garrison's. And then what I'm gonna do is go through and get you guys a nice wide angle shot of each setup, each station, just so you guys can kind of get an idea as to how we put this together. So obviously you'll see some cakes here that are all fused together, but on one igniter, again with the fan slices, we got more cakes here put together, and then 36 shells in the finale. And I did actually build some custom racks here, all quick fused together. We wrapped them up because we were worried it was gonna rain, but I think we're gonna get lucky because all the rain is going that way. And we each had a case of these Roman candles here, which I chose to do 4 on each station. And so that's 12 Roman candles in total. And I think it should look really cool. They all actually fire at the same time. We should get a huge wall of color Roman candles. And then I'm just gonna get you guys a quick overview of my middle station here. So it's pretty much the same on the left and right stations as you guys just saw, except over here we got some of the bigger cakes like Prometheus, Zeus, 1F by land, 2F by sea, Helios, Poseidon, and again with 36 rockets on the rack here, we've got 1 on each station. So 1 36 shot rocket rack over there, 1 in the middle, and 1 over there on the end. And then over here is my far right station. Now don't get it confused with Garrison's over there. What you're seeing right here is all hooked up to my show. And so it is the exact same thing that is on the left station, but I will get you guys some up close shots of what we got going on here. So like with the Founders Assortment, I went with Adams and Jefferson over here. And there's a couple other ones that are different over there. But again, same with the Finish Strong here, 42 shots. But I took the last 2 rows out and made them into fan slices. And the far left station and the far right station are exactly the same. The only thing that is different is the middle station because we do have some larger effect cakes on that one. Now, as you can see, Garrison chose to do his fountains up here on this really large post. So let's actually go up and stand next to this thing. Like, it's much taller than a ladder. So he built a little base up there for it, and he's gonna do all 4 of them like that. And my wheel, we have not completed yet because we didn't really wanna dig a hole in the ground. So I think we're gonna secure it to a pallet and put it right there on the 72M that is in the middle station, and that is actually 2 Qs. So the first Q1 and Q2 are not actually loaded yet. Now, something really cool that Garrison did is he actually built racks specifically for the barrage Roman candles, as you can see. And so he's got one here and he's got one over there. Like I said, he's got 5 stations. So it looks like he's got one on that one over there in between those 2 stations and one here in between this station and that one. Really looking forward to how this Roman candle rack turns out. And that's my middle station right here, and this is Garrison's. So as you can see, he's got a whole rocket barrage hooked up to the middle, and I think he actually took the time, went in and scripted all these in segments of 4. And so as you can see, they do fire in volleys of 4. But just so you guys aren't super confused, you know, we're showing you all this, but we're showing it to you really fast. And so just remember to use that dial at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching it on your TV, you can just push the up button on your remote and it'll actually show you exactly what is firing while the show is going off. And so that's all the cakes he's got in the middle station right there. And then if we take you over here, he's got another one of these. So an amazing fountain is gonna be up there. And then we got some stuff right here too. Now he's using these Crackle racks for some of his single shot items that he pulled out of the Hammer Thunder canister shell kit. I actually just built my own racks for these in 4 shots, but it looks like he did something similar here, but using the Crackle racks. And his 5th and final station is over here on the very far left. That's my station right there. And just to give you an idea, this is how close we're setting these up together. But this is his 5th station on the far left. And again, with that Crackle rack. So he's probably got something in his script where I'm pretty sure all 4 of those are gonna fire at the same time. And again, he's got to get that thing mounted and put the amazing fountain on it. But what he did with the 200-gram cakes, like it looks like we got a couple of them over here. I actually fused mine together, but it looks like these are all separate hits. So he must have done something to extend the duration on his fireworks show using the 200-gram cakes. I did not, and it'd be really cool to see the differences and similarities in our shows. Now, Garrison actually went ahead and printed off some of these judging sheets. And so we're gonna be rated on a scale from 1 to 10 for each show. And all the people that are here watching this, and there's actually gonna be a lot more people here tonight, are going to be voting on this, but we're only gonna have 10 people vote. And so basically we've got the duration, creativity, timing, overall design. But what's gonna be really cool is you guys will also be able to vote on who had the better show. And I will post a poll on my community tab if you guys wanna vote. And also it's labeled show 1 and show 2. So the viewers are actually not gonna know whose show is firing first or last, and we do that so nobody can pick any favorites. And guys, as you can see, I'm still wearing the sweatshirt and the gloves. We are getting eaten alive by mosquitoes out here. Garrison has already lost a gallon of blood. I've probably lost about 2 gallons with no bug spray. So we're losing a lot of blood out here. And so what we're gonna do is we'll get you guys a quick update right before we shoot. If Garrison had anything to say about his show before we actually shoot it, I'll put that in after this clip. But yeah, it's just, we're trying to beat the rain. We're trying to battle these mosquitoes, and it's a lot of work. And so basically the next clip that you guys will see is if Garrison wanted to talk any more about his show, because obviously I wasn't able to point out a whole lot. I'm not very familiar with his script, and that's why we do that thing at the bottom of the video, so you guys can just follow along with that if you weren't sure what's going off at what point and why we did something a certain way. But yes, the next clip you guys will see is if he wanted to explain anything, and then just a little recap right before we shoot. And it's getting dark, so we're gonna do that soon. We're gonna finish the setup. We'll see you guys at shoot time.
So I guess a couple of things that I was gonna point out is like this finish strong right here. I just took the fuse out that jumped from each row to the next, and I put an igniter in each row. So I'm using each row as a fan slice on this entire cake. Yep. And then I'm really curious to see if those fountains are worth the work. So is elevating them to that height, you know, getting the pole, mounting them and everything, and extending all the wires, is it worth the work to do that?
I think it's gonna be worth the work.
I hope so. It'll be interesting to see. I've never done it, it's my first time. I think those are two of the segments that I'm really excited for. 5 positions, it fires from basically 4 at the same time, and then the middle will shoot by itself, and then back out into the 4. So it's 5 positions, but 4 at a time, or just 1 at a time.
And that's craziness.
Yeah, I'm excited. This should be great. I'm excited for those rocket racks too.
Me too.
That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. You didn't want to mention how I'm gonna win?
Oh, me? I'm gonna win, you mean?
Oh, no, I was talking about me.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about me. Like, shouldn't you be working on your setup or something? Like, I'm still working, why aren't you working? Like, come on.
Mine's done.
You're done? That's because you didn't put enough effort in. I'm going to kick your butt. I think one advantage that he has is he has used rockets for so much longer than I have. You know, he knows what's going to look good shooting rockets in a display, to where this is the first time I've ever used rockets in a display. So I definitely think Cody has an advantage on that. Where I think I have an advantage is like taking apart cakes and using them as fan slices or just individual pieces. I've done that before many times, and I'm not so sure how many times Cody's done that. So I definitely think that I may have a little advantage with matching effects with shells out of cakes, but I definitely think he's got an advantage with the rockets for sure.
So one of the advantages that I think I may have over Garrison is, you know, he got pretty creative here with the fountains on top of these huge poles, but I'd like to think my wheel is gonna steal the show. And so hopefully I get some good votes on the creativity part for that. One of the advantages that he has over me that I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this, but he actually broke down a lot of the 200-gram cakes, or maybe didn't break them down, but he used them in a way where we've got a lot of matching effects. And so I didn't really do that on the Patriotic Medley assortment or the American Heartland. I just kind of throw those 200-gram cakes up and hope for the best. And so I know that he gets really particular with those, and I think that's where his show is gonna stand out over mine. All right, guys, it's showtime. Show 1. Oh boy. Oh my God. Show number 2. Oh man, I gotta try to clean the lens here, sorry. Hold on. Oh, please. Oh no. Sorry guys. Oh, it's not even gonna punch through that. It's spinning. It was spinning, can confirm. And now it's gonna get really smoky. We're getting smoked out. All right, guys, so we just tallied up all the votes, and Garrison's show got 307.5, and my show got 314. It was actually very, very close. And now we're gonna take you guys outside and show you what all happened with these fireworks shows. All right, guys, so we are out here at the actual setup, as you can see. We're gonna give you the rundown because definitely there was quite a few things that did not go off tonight. So let's go ahead and start with my right station. As you can see, we had a bunch of rockets that did not go off. And you'll kind of see this issue throughout this setup, like when we take you down there. But this was the main thing on this station, is just that a few rockets didn't go off. And by the way, guys, all of this stuff has had time to cool off. So we're not like up here walking when there's still embers or anything.
This is 2.5 hours after we shot.
Yeah, this has been like 2.5 hours later. And so as you can see, you know, everything looks like it went over here. And now I want to take you guys over to my middle station. All right, so we are currently walking over to my middle station. This is the one that had the 72M right in the middle. And this is also the station that fired the amazing fountains on the wheel. Now, unfortunately, because of the smoke, I don't think I was able to get any video of this. I do have to check the other cameras. But this thing actually worked out pretty good. And in person, you could kind of see it. But through that smoke, I don't think the camera could quite punch through it. And then also on the middle station, we did have a bunch of rockets that didn't go either. And I'm not sure why that is. I think it might be the sticky match, because we did have some issues with this on the 450,000 shots video. And this is my left and final station over here. So remember, I only had 3 stations, one in the middle, one on the right, and one on the left. And as you can see, it looks like everything went over here. I did think there was a 200-gram cake somewhere around here that didn't go off, but I don't think we found it. And we did have some more rockets even over here on the left station, but it does look like the majority of them went off, so that's good. And now this is Garrison's 5th station over here, and so we'll take a look at it real quick. I think there was probably only like one thing that didn't go off, and it was this cake right here.
Yep, and then I see one shell, and that's not even plugged in for some reason.
Oh, right.
So I don't know if we missed that, or if something happened down here on the ground, or we stepped on it, or whatever. For some reason, that shell didn't go.
Yeah, now you made a comment earlier about how the wires might have been a little bit tight too, because we're using 3-meter wires. Is that what they're called?
I had ordered some, 3-foot wires to see if we can make them work anyway. They're a little bit cheaper, but definitely not worth the extra time and effort to extend wires when you need to extend, and putting stuff closer to the module. Never again.
I agree. I'm probably never going to use them again either, although I do still have like 300 of them. So we have to go through them somehow.
At some point we will, but yeah. So that fountain fired.
Yeah, look at that. At night, that looks crazy. Way up there. And right now we're walking over to his 4th station. As if we're going in line here, this would be his 4th station. Yep. And as you can see, it looks like everything but the wolf howling fired. And then, oh yeah, the rack.
So I use sticky match on this across the top of it. And you can see where it burned it, and it did not ignite the fuse going into the candle. So now you peeled off the tape and exposed all the fuses on yours, and all of yours fired.
Yep.
I did not. I only attached it to the fuse that it comes with, and mine did not fire.
Yeah, dude, I think it has a lot to do with the sticky match, to be honest, because we have had issues with that sticky match before. So this is station 3, and this is like the bulk of it. Check it out. So we got all these large diameter cakes right here around the module, and then this is where the bulk of your rockets were too. Actually, I think this is where all your rockets were.
All of them were here. They were supposed to fire in volleys of 4.
Okay, and it looks like pretty much all of them went, but we did still have, we had an issue on every rocket rack, and I think the sticky match there is the culprit.
And just on the center station, there was only one cake that didn't fire. Oh, wow. And that one is plugged in, so I'm not sure the reason for that.
Yep, and you can see that does have plastic on it, and the rest of them do not. And we did that because we were worried it was gonna rain. And this is his 2nd station, again with the Roman candle rack. This is really unfortunate. I really wish these would have gone off, because I remember making a comment in the shop about how much I wanted to see these Roman candle racks go off. This is one of the coolest racks I've ever seen. Like, look at this thing. So yeah, it is a shame.
It did rip through, and the middle one went.
And it just
did
didn't
not light
hit the fuse.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
So again, guys, not sure why these didn't hit. If it was a error in the script, I got to go back and look to see if it was. But these 2 canister shells were on their own hit. They did not, as well as these did not hit either.
Yep, and they were down there. They were fused and everything, so I'm not sure what happened there either. Now, is this the station with the fountain that didn't go?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go take a look at that. So it looks like, I don't know, did you unplug that from the module already, or?
I think we kicked it over.
Okay. Yeah, so we had to extend the wire a little bit on this one, but yeah, that fountain right there did not actually go, unfortunately.
And once again, guys, I don't know if it's because of an error in scripting or what happened. I kind of doubt it was the modules. We've never had bad luck with the modules, but these 2 shells did not go, and that would have fired with some of the cakes in the finale. So all these shells were designed to finish with the finale of the cakes. Other than that, everything else, that fountain fired, everything else would have been fine.
And by the way, guys, this was his first station, so we have now covered every single station that we set up tonight. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been a really stressful day. We were scrambling, and again on a time crunch. This always happens.
Every time.
I had issues with the remote as soon as I went to fire my show. We actually ended up doing your show first because of it. I didn't even know if I was gonna get to shoot my show tonight because of this problem. Like, we did have an error code and weren't sure what we did wrong. I mean, there is a lot of condensation on the modules, so I don't know if that made a difference.
I don't know.
They got wet.
Yeah,
it looks like
did.
they're wet.
They did. It rained a majority of the day, and then it stopped towards the end, and we were able to get set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those where I didn't think it was going to take this long, and neither did Cody. And so we had everything pretty well prepped, but just didn't quite leave us enough time after the rain to get this done. But we got it done. We got it shot.
We got it done.
I had a blast doing it. I can't
too.
wait. If you guys want a rematch, let us know. Like, comment. Let us know if you like this kind of content, and maybe we'll come back with another one.
We're doing a rematch. We're having one.
I'm ready.
Maybe next year.
Maybe
I don't know if I can do this again.
No, this ain't gonna happen this year. No.
Next year, rematch. Mark our words.
Maybe we'll make this an annual thing. Just keep upping the budget.
might.
Like, this was $1,000 budget each, so maybe next year $2,000 budget each.
Hey, 10,000 likes on the video, and we're gonna make this an annual thing.
I'm down.
All right, here we
Okay.
go.